Uh, what up? Two words for you, the wrestling podcast. What's the deal, man? It's been an eventful couple of days. We will not be talking AEW today. I know. No, I'm joking. It was a good. I liked it, so I can't say I was going to complain about it anyway. But um, let's get right into the greasy meat,
Yeah.
man. Pause. Um, John Cena.
Yeah.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Okay, so the title of this episode is "Let's Go Cena," and what's the other part?
Cena, Cena suck. Well, it depends on who you are. If you're, if you were one of the WWE fans in attendance at around 2012, 2013, you might have said Cena sucks. But if you were a guy with hand taped around with X's on your arms, and you might have said CM Punk instead of Cena sucks. But you know,
Okay, first of all, let's say the crowd was amazing. Um,
oh yeah,
Foreign crowds, America, y'all gotta step y'all game up, man, because these foreign crowds is kicking y'all ass. Belgium, or were they Brussels? Brussels
yeah,
were,
Brussels,
yeah,
Brussels,
they kicked
Belgium.
ass. They kicked
Yeah.
ass. I will say this though, I did see a lot of people tweeting about Raw because it was on earlier. A lot of it was like, "What's wrestling doing on?" But then a lot of it was like, "Look at Cena." Like I see a lot of people that weren't necessarily involved are starting to talk about it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You got your diehard guys, guys like Jeff Green, Vince, my homeboy Chris. I got a wrestling chat, so John and George and those guys. I think Tucker's a wrestling fan. Who else is in the
Yeah.
wrestling?
Harold
Kent,
Kuntz is a
Kent
wrestling fan.
and Harold's a wrestling fan. We got to get Harold on one day. I know he's
Hmm.
extra busy. We got to catch him before the
Yeah.
draft. It's kind of like a sweet spot of before
Somewhere. I
soccer,
think,
in the middle of soccer and the draft.
listen, I floated the idea to him, so we're needling away at being able to get Harold on the show, okay?
So it's a lot of future guests that I will be calling. But the crowd was hot. Um, John Cena comes out with the old music, which is something that I didn't think was going to happen, which was a shocker.
Hmm.
No new gear, no
Nope.
new nothing for real. It's John Cena. He made it make sense. So I'm not mad at it. He made it make sense. He comes out and my Netflix was acting up. I paid you, Netflix. Stop playing with me. I paid you. Y'all went up on
Yeah.
y'all price again. But
Again.
man, Netflix like $25 now. But anyway, he comes out and he just let the crowd have their way. He let them get it
Hmm.
all out. They got it, and they got it all out. They said,
Hmm.
"F you, Cena. Shut the front door, Cena.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks," which is
Hmm.
a big thing. That's been around forever. And
Forever,
the Rock kind of
decades.
made. Did that come out when the Rock did it?
I think that's. I think it. No, I think it always has been a thing, even during his like first or second run as WWE. I think it was his second run as WWE champion. I think when he beat after he beat Triple H at WrestleMania, he's always had the like Cena sucks chants have come out at some point. Although The Rock, I think he might have popularized it a bit, just saying he
Yeah,
absolutely sucked.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think the Cena chants have always been like around since
Fruity
he's
Pebble.
won titles. Yeah.
So he let the crowd have their way. And like I said, this crowd was packed. And they zoomed out and it was packed to the gills up in there.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it was an empty seat. It wasn't half covered on
Nope.
this side.
Nope.
It looked like
Crowd
it was
shots
full of people.
every 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Crowd shots, crowd shots, crowd shots.
yeah. And the crowd was amazing. It was a moment. He pretended like he was gonna walk out, and that got a
Twice.
boo twice. And he goes into this promo. A very Now, Cody said he was whining, but it wasn't whining to me. The promo made sense.
Hmm.
Everything he said had a basis of reality and like, yeah, we kind of, yeah, eh. he got a point. Villains that have a point are the best villains. Thanos had a point. It's a lot of people in the world. A lot of people gonna go starving because it's too many people.
Mm-hmm.
It might not make sense, but he got a point. Who else had a point? Hey, Bane kind of had a point.
Kinda.
You
You
know, a
had
couple.
people like Michael B. Jordan's character in the Black Panther. They thought he had a point.
Yeah,
Killmonger.
Killmonger made sense. He had a point. Now it might sound crazy, but he had a point. So you might not necessarily agree with the morals of what he said, but in a way you could say, well, that does make sense.
It makes sense, and I think that's what helps people really connect is if it makes sense. I don't, like you said, I don't know if you have to agree with the morals or everything, but if you can connect A to B to C to D, you're golden.
Right. So great promo. It was a blame. I blame the fans, and we've seen that before. But even Bully Ray said, I've seen this promo 1,000 times, but never like this. And I think the reason why it came off like that is because he's been a baby face for 25 freaking years. You know what I'm saying? Like forever. We're not used to him being this guy. He's never been this type of guy. And he didn't do it like normal. He didn't come out with anything new. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't come out. He really didn't come out of character, really. He just was mad about the fans, and he's given 25 years. He has. I just was like, damn. I was waiting for a piece of it to be like, oh, John, come on, bro. You tripping. But no, he kind of had a point the whole time. So do you feel like he had a point, or did you love the promo?
So obviously I love the promo. Like after, like in the middle of it, through the beginning of it, through the entire time, I was like, I had to stop myself from texting. Cena is the greatest wrestler ever from him cutting the promo. That's how good it was. I had to stop myself from doing that. I think I'm gonna wait till after WrestleMania to potentially tweet that out, but because that promo was very good. As far as whether I agree with it or whether I think he had a point, I mean, when you have that much cachet, when you've been a babyface for that long, when you've been getting boos for as long as he's been getting boos, when you've been the butt of jokes for as long as he's been the butt of jokes, when he says to the fans, "You have been nothing but awful to me," you know, you can believe it because a lot of the fans have been nothing but awful to him. They booed him. All he did, part of the promo, he says, "All I did was win and win and win and win and win, and you hated me for it. You hated me for it." And that was true. People called him Super Cena, made fun of him for winning, you know,
Super
for carrying
Cena
the company. It was a thing. While this guy was carrying the company on his back because nobody else could do what he did, and they rewarded him for that, the fans turned on him. At least half of them did.
Okay, so do you think Cena is a victim of caught in the middle of Rock and Stone Cold just leaving, or Stone Cold was forced to leave? Hollywood came and got Rock, and then it was a period of, okay, who's the next guy? And a lot of people say Triple H is incapable of being the next guy because he was a heel. I don't know if Triple H can just carry your company as a wrestler. Not from where he was.
As a baby face, maybe not. I think really what Cena,
not as a baby face.
I think what Cena was a victim of was really WWE's inability to groom young talent at the time. Like, think of the talent they had on the roster that was just kind of sitting and waiting and had to like literally like dang near kill themselves to get an opportunity at just being okay. Daniel Bryan was on that roster for years before he even sniffed a world title. And he only was able to sniff that world title after multiple times of fans screaming and literally begging for it to happen. CM Punk was on that roster for a super long time, and he didn't really get to do any of the stuff that he wanted to do. He's never main evented a WrestleMania. You have CM Punk on your roster and he's never main evented a WrestleMania. That's insane. So because of that, because of their inability to kind of groom new main event talent, Cena kind of became the mainstay of the main event for so long. Like imagine if Stone Cold were, instead of The Rock getting opportunities to be the main eventer, to be the guy, what if Stone Cold was just the main guy for the entire time? Fans would get sick of it. And Cena just had to take the brunt of that because Vince didn't know how to pull new talent.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Caleb just admitting that, with this the safe circle of trust.
And Cena came in around Orton, Batista, Edge, Christian, Hardy Boys, Dudley Boy. All those guys came in around right at what? Because so was he a victim of the Attitude Era was so good that it was like whatever followed it was going to be looked at a little less than, even though as it aged out, the Ruthless Aggression Era, which John Cena started or ushered in, might have been better than the Attitude Era.
I mean, that's the era that I grew up in. So I think the world of the Ruthless Aggression Era, I just think a lot. So think of the names you just named. So the guys that he went in with, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin, Randy Orton, and then John Cena. Of those like 5 main pillars, because you can make a company off of just those 5 guys alone, but like 3 of them kind of took off. Like Shelton Benjamin never got his main event shine. Brock Lesnar went to go wrestle in Japan in the UFC, and then he went to go live on a farm in Canada. And then you had who else did I name? Batista. He went to go be for a while. Yeah, he did try football for a while. And then you have Batista,
was 35 then,
and went to go be an actor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when that era of guys, I mean, think about it. Those guys, those are some big top name guys, and eventually a lot of them just left after a while. And
I think it became a point of, okay, I don't like it. Just put the belt on Cena. Like that didn't work. Put the belt on Cena. Is Edge ready? All right, put the belt on Cena. Is JBL
and also Edge
ready?
Got hurt. Edge got hurt.
Yeah.
And JBL had been doing it for a long time. Yeah.
So I think he was a victim.
And Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, another big name. And he unfortunately passed away.
Eddie. Of course. Eddie in the name we can't mention anymore. Those 2 guys.
Yeah.
I'd throw Jericho in there too.
Yeah, but Jericho was in and out of the company. You know, it's like if you can name another guy and it's just they're in and out. Cena is the only mainstay. Cena and Orton, by the way, and guess what they ended up doing? Facing each other like 50 times.
Yeah.
Because they were the only guys sticking around.
And Orton has 15 championships?
I think he has 14 or 15. I can't remember. One of those 2. But yeah.
D-Max said so.
I'm not saying that it's a bad thing.
I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm just saying that I think because Triple H had the reign of terror that everybody talks about. Cena had the Super Cena era that everybody talks about. It's just like, is it their fault or was it Vince's fault?
I think it's kind of Vince's fault. It's kind of Vince's fault. Like if he had been, go ahead.
I think it's John. I think Stone Cold might have made the jean shorts.
Yeah. Popular. Like I thought about that the other day. Like Cena is known as the jean short guy, but really is Stone Cold. Like that boy really made jean shorts part of his.
He had on the tight ones too. Like
yes. Isn't that insane? Cena's jorts are like the loose kind of. You can get away with wearing those if you wear the Stone Cold jean shorts out, people gonna know your business.
Skateboarding. You know what I mean? You can go skateboarding in Cena's outfit.
Yeah.
You ain't going skateboarding in
Stone Cold jorts. No.
Stone Cold had the tight ass, and they were there. His old anyway.
Yeah.
I think Cena kind of, and I'm not a big Cena guy either. So I'm coming from the perspective of it's other guys, and maybe in hindsight, I think in hindsight, especially with Cena retiring, you look back at it and say, hey man, Cena wasn't that bad. And Cena actually was kind of good. And he kept it going until they were able to get to Roman, Seth,
Yeah.
So they were
Yeah.
able to get to the next era of what they're doing. And he held the reins down. So it's a lot of props you got to give Cena. And I see why he get a lot of the backlash, because there were times where he went over Bray Wyatt,
Yeah.
Umaga, and it
Daniel
was like,
Bryan's, Rey Mysterio. Yeah.
give them the shot, bro. Like let them have it. Like, it's not gonna kill you. Because Bray Wyatt, when Bray Wyatt first came in, he was on fire. You had not seen nothing like Bray Wyatt,
Yeah.
and he was killing them with the promos. They were his promos were weird and eerie. And when he had the kids singing to John Cena, which was probably one of his best promos, he deserved like that shot and that shine. But
Yeah.
it's like we blame the wrestler when actually we should be pointing the finger at Vince.
Yeah. Like, imagine if Vince had the foresight to like bring in a prime AJ Styles when he was in TNA instead. You don't think AJ Styles in a hot minute would drop TNA for a WWE contract if Vince could have just pried his eyeballs away from his own content just for a second?
So, okay, so here's the thing about Vince. They said, and thank you, D-Mac, for your random questions. We appreciate it. So Vince's thing was, I don't watch anything else besides WWE. Which is, okay, so we got a Kingdom Cast. It's kind of like a network of shows. We got this show, we got Tell the Truth, Kingdom Cast. Now, for my Chiefs news, I don't go to Kingdom Cast to get my Chiefs news. I watch Tell the Truth.
Yeah.
I watch Tell the Truth because Tell the Truth doesn't have me on it. So it's hard to watch myself. You know what I'm saying? So you got to mix in other stuff to be knowledgeable about everything. You know what I'm saying? And even though I might disagree with you, I'm still going to watch your podcast to figure out, okay, so this is what the fan base is kind of thinking. And here's another opinion. I gather all my opinions, then I make my opinion on everything else. So you gotta open your eyes to watching other things.
Stuff.
And Vince just was like, who was that guy?
Yeah, he wasn't gonna do
it. So I think it was a great promo by Cena.
Yeah.
As usual.
As usual.
Then Cody comes out after, he lets Cena get his thing off, pause. And okay, so it was interesting. There was not a back and forth between Cody and Cena. Cody let him get his say what he needed to say.
Everything.
And then Cena let Cody say what he needed to say. He did call him a whiting bitch.
Yeah.
Was that fair?
I think kind of, if you're on Cody's perspective, because from Cody's perspective, you got a guy that you looked up to for years and years and years, and he never gave up, never did any whining, never did any complaining, never turned on the fans, never took the easy way. And then all of a sudden, now that he's come and faced you, now that he has to fight you for the belt, now all of a sudden he's changing up everything. You would feel some type of way about that. You'd be like, yeah, now you're being a little whiny. Okay, now that you run into somebody that's better than you, that's different than you want to complain now? You a little whiny. And also he hasn't done it to the extent that Cena has done it, but the way Cena carried the company, that's what Cody is trying to do now. He said it a bunch of times. He wants to be the quarterback. He's feeling the stress of being that quarterback, and he's saying, why are you complaining about all that stuff that you had to do when I'm doing it right now? So, I think it made sense, at least. I mean, now I understand part of it is like, since Cena made sense, and since Cena had some elements of truth in his promo, maybe calling him out his name might have been a little extreme. But you would feel he hit him with his daddy watch, okay? He might call him a name or two.
I'm still waiting for Travis Scott. I can't wait till Travis Scott is back.
He's gonna get such a receipt.
Okay, so here's the thing. What are they trying to turn Cody into? Is he about to be the ultimate babyface? Because even now, he's a great babyface.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that he's not number one, though. I still think Roman is higher than him.
Just a bigger draw. I think that could be true. I don't have the numbers in front of me right now.
Yeah, that's
About who's
everybody calls him Homeland.
Homeland. I mean, listen, when he turns heel, that he's gonna bring out a cape. Okay, guaranteed. Whenever Cody turns heel, he's gonna start wearing a cape. But anyway,
is this a vehicle to turn him heel?
I don't
In the
think
long
so.
run?
Maybe in the long run. I think I could see a distant future where Cody brings up this whole ordeal and like says something to the extent of Cena was right about you guys, or I did what Cena did for not half as long, and I'm not going to take as long as he did to do the right thing, which is turn on, something like that. I could see that. But I mean, he's just too big of a draw as a babyface right now, I feel like.
Okay, so do you still believe, and I think we both believe this, Cena goes over at WrestleMania? Are you still in that? Do you still believe that?
I'm like 70-30. I believe that 70-30. I think, I mean, he's just so okay. Here, this is like inside baseball meta, fourth wall breaking, logic. But they have him booked for so many dates beyond WrestleMania. Why would he, as a heel, mind you, why would he appear so much if he wasn't champion? You know what I'm saying? Like after a
Yeah,
loss, heels usually disappear, especially big heels like Cena. You know what I'm
he
saying?
did. He's booked for Raw and SmackDown immediately. He's booked for Raw in Kansas City too.
Yes. So Roman, when he lost to Cody, we did not see him for months. We didn't see him until what, like SummerSlam?
Yeah.
So if
Is
Cena
Cody
lost,
booked for those shows though?
that's a good question that I don't know the answer to. I don't know
Cody's
the
gonna
answer to
need.
those questions.
Cody could lose because Cody's gonna need a break in a minute. Everybody's
I
taking a
think
break.
so.
Roman's taking a break. Sammy's on a break right now. Randy Orton just took a long break.
Mhm.
KO's probably on a break till WrestleMania, which is what, a month or two. Everybody's
Mhm.
getting these new. Triple H don't make you work 340 days like Vince used to. So
Yeah,
everybody's getting. Cody's due for a break. He's been
I
on
think
every
so.
show, Raw or SmackDown. He's been in every town. So I'll give him a break till Backlash or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. And yeah,
So why do you
I
think?
go ahead.
Yeah,
No, I was just
I
gonna
was
say I'm still 70-30 that Cena's gonna win.
I ain't mad at you. Why do you think Cena didn't respond?
So that's something that I've been juggling in my head for a while too. There's obviously the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community answer, which is like, oh, they're protecting Cody. Oh, they don't want Cody to get destroyed. I don't
Yeah,
think that's what it is. I think this is just another part of. So I think the logic is very purposeful, not in a way to protect Cody, but in a way to build Cena's heel character. Because I think it's one of two things. So one, if this were babyface John Cena, he absolutely would have responded. He would have cut him down, blew him away like he did Austin Theory on the mic. Or I don't know if he would have blew him away, but we would have had a battle on the mic between these two if it were babyface John Cena.
okay, let me interject one theory that I've been having. His is speaking of ironic. Speaking of theory, his theory promo and the Solo Sokoa promo, his recent promos, in my opinion, have been way more heelish than babyface recently. Over the last, not just recently, over the last few years that he's been losing. His promo to Solo Sokoa is like, bro, you can't do what I can do. You're not even close
Yeah.
to me. You're not in my league. Same thing with Austin Theory. Young boy, sit down. You look stupid. You're boring. The Roman Reigns. You want to be the big dog. You got to do this. You got to do this,
Mm-hmm.
Roman. He's been heelish for years. He's just.
Yeah.
So it makes. That's what I'm saying. It all makes sense now. But he's been coming off heelish in promos for years now. Of you're not close to me. I've done all this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lack of respect, which goes back to his promo earlier. That's what I'm saying. His reasoning makes sense. It's not a bad reason. So like somebody said, I think it was Bully Ray said, that crowd came in hating him. and I don't think they hated him as much when it was over.
I think that could be true, but so I think he did something in that promo to kind of counteract that a bit. So in the promo, okay, I'm gonna separate myself from everybody just a little bit, okay? Because I
Yeah,
am
take your C Nation hat off
no,
just
no,
for
no,
a second.
no. Opposite. I'm putting it on, okay? Because
Okay.
I was the John Cena fan, okay? When people were chanting Cena sucks, I said, let's go Cena, okay? I was the John Cena fan. And in that promo, he attacked me, okay? He said, "Oh, you're doing this for yourself. You wear my clothes. I don't dress like you. I dress like me. You dress like me. You suck. You never did anything for me. You're selfish." He attacked me, okay? And in that moment, it broke my heart, okay? I know, like, when people were doing the chanting, I was still chanting, "Let's go, Cena." And now after that, no more. Okay. So I think he might have won some people over that were initially saying Cena sucks. But I think he also turned some people that were saying, "Let's go, Cena," and turned them the opposite way. So I think he might have been able to what counteract some of the damage. Not damage, but like he was making sense. So that's obviously going to make some people like kind of cheer for him a little bit. But I think he did a good job of turning his people that are diehards and turning them against him as well.
Okay, so Caleb got a question. What's next? What's Cody's next feud if he loses? I don't think he moves immediately off this. I think he's still targeting The Rock and Cena. I think this is a long term. This ain't gonna be a one match and then we moving on to something else. This is gonna be a long term. So probably SummerSlam.
Yeah. And like, here's another thing. Okay. I also think Cena has some sympathy. And that's why what you're saying is correct, that this is going to be like a long term thing. Because I also think Cena might have some sympathy for Cody. And that's why he didn't say anything during the promo. Because remember, he was going to respond a little bit. He was like, "Look, kid," like he was going to try and reach out to him. Like, "I've been where you're at right now. And what they're going to do is turn on you. And you need to just be doing what I'm doing." So he kind of just feels bad for him, I think. Yeah. And so maybe we get Cena at some point down the line. Maybe it's before WrestleMania. Maybe it's after WrestleMania, where Cena's like, "Look, kid, you've been doing it for a long time. Look how they're turning on you already. They're already saying you should be a heel. Why don't you just come do what I'm doing now?"
Okay, so I just had one of them light bulbs go off. So I could see after WrestleMania, Cody saying, "Why me?" And Cena could counter back with, "They're doing the same thing to you that they did to me. I'm just trying to stop it before you end up like me. Before you end up like me, I'm just gonna stop it." But
Cena was
at SummerSlam
night 2. That could be. They're setting that up. Punk is setting that up.
Punk and we'll get to that one in a minute.
Yeah,
but I think it was a great segment. I will say this. I think it kind of took some of the excitement out of the crowd. Stayed excited, but it did kind of take some of everything was kind of like downhill a little bit from where it was just that segment was so up there that it kind of took the rest of the show down just a notch.
Yeah. I mean, but that's like whenever you start off a show with something that's so amazing, that's going to happen. It's inevitable.
They sucked the air out of the building. That's what I was looking for. Pause.
Yeah. I mean, it happened at Elimination Chamber, right? We had that amazing women's chamber match. Like, how do you follow that up? You just gotta.
That was almost 2 pay-per-views in one. It was like before the Elimination Chamber and then after. But it was a good show. Penta and Kaiser had a good match.
Yep. Penta.
Okay. I hated Jay squashing Austin Theory. Oh. Why did that happen?
They have to make Jay look strong going into Gunther. They have to make him look like a worthy contender. And if you're gonna beat Gunther at WrestleMania, I don't know if you can struggle with Austin Theory. Maybe you can, but I mean, it's to make him look strong because he's got to be if he's gonna beat Gunther, which I think he is.
Yeah, because he's been getting choked out for the last
Yeah,
Secret.
he, he's got to get his stuff back. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, they're gonna make him. A lot of people. Are you turning on? Are you turning on Jey Uso right now?
I'm not, because I understood what it was from the beginning. Jay is one of the most over guys in the company. Is he the most technical wrestler in the world? No. Is he like the most eloquent on the mic? Like, is he gonna drop 16 bars on the mic? No. Uh, but he's over. The crowd loves him. He can't, like, you may hate his promo skills, but he does give intense promos. He's not like a ring technician, but he can do work in the ring that the crowd reacts to. Uh, and on top of that, he was part of the most exciting storyline in the WWE. And part of that storyline was his cousin, who was the most over superstar in the company, putting him over. And as a result of
Mhm.
that, he took that and catapulted it into also being one of the most over superstars in the company. I mean, he's one of the big dogs. Like, and I mean, I knew what it was from the beginning. I expected, you're going to get super kicks with Jey Uso. It is that you're going to get spears.
Here's what I would do. I would be low key secretly throwing like 2 to 3 more moves into Jay's arsenal during this time.
Pull him out at WrestleMania.
Pull him out at WrestleMania. A lot of people were on Jay's ass because he did have a botch.
Yes, he did botch. He did botch. That was painful to watch.
How many times
botch.
have you seen him do that though?
Botch? Not often.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody was like, "Oh, you can't put the belt on. Look what he did."
Yeah.
Like, he never does. This is the first time, and he even acknowledged it. Jay was like,
"Yeah, got it close. Yeah,
kind of messed that one up." He doesn't botch those matches, and he's put on great matches with Gunther before. I don't understand why he's put on great matches with Braun Breaker before.
Yeah.
So I don't know why everybody's like turning on him right now. You can't turn him heel, can you?
No. I think what it is, it's like an IWC thing where because their guy isn't getting opportunities, they feel like somebody has to come down, and it might as well be Jey Uso. Like, there are people that are fans of, like, Ludwig is a bad example, but like Gunther has a lot of big fans in the IWC. I mean, Daniel Bryan, but he's not even in the company anymore. But there are like a bunch of guys that people want to put the belt on and want to put titles on. LA Knight, one of those people, and they feel like, oh, well, if my guy's going to get a shot, then I got to bring some other guy down in order to do it. And right now, Jey Uso's like the low hanging fruit because he had a botch on Raw. So
yeah, it could have been a lot worse though. Thank God Jay's okay. Actually,
he's okay.
But I didn't like him squashing Austin. They could have made it a little bit, but I also feel like they're slowly turning Austin Theory babyface.
Yeah, and that's also, I mean, they also might have been running out of time too, because that Cena promo did go long.
I can see Austin Theory and Grayson Waller involved with Jay and Gunther at WrestleMania. Because they don't have a title. They're not going to do a tag team match.
No, I don't think they're going to be involved in. Yeah, right. Like, unless it's in Gunther or Jay's match, I don't think they're involved in WrestleMania at all. So I mean, it's possible. But would Gunther associate with those guys? I mean, I think he kind of sees them as clowns.
Caleb said, I was just thinking about that on my way to work this morning. When are they going to put Prestige back to the Royal Rumble winner? The top 3 storylines in the company don't involve either Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah, it's tough because it's something. I think I talked about this last show, but like the whole gimmick of the Royal Rumble winner is that if they win, they main event WrestleMania, and it's been that way forever. I don't remember the last time a Royal Rumble winner didn't main event WrestleMania. I don't remember it. It might have happened, but I don't remember it. Jey Uso is in real danger of not main eventing WrestleMania right now. Because like I forget who the commenter was just said, but he's not in one of the top 3 storylines right now. And that's pretty dicey.
He hasn't he ain't had the time like those storylines. That Roman Seth Punk thing has been brewing
for a
for 2
long
years.
time. Yeah.
Bianca, Jade, Naomi, Io, Rhea, that's been building for a year and a half. Like Jay's just, it ain't been building that long.
Yeah.
But I feel like, bro, it is disrespect. I feel like this. Jay winning the belt is going to be the fireworks picture. That's going to be the moment. That has to end night one. It has to.
Okay.
Because night two, if Cena's going to win, it's going to piss people off. So you can't.
People are going home unhappy.
You can't do it both nights. You can't.
Yeah.
So
you think Jay main event's night one?
Yeah. He has to.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I might set it off with the DIY Street Profits. They might kick off night one.
Mm-hmm.
It's where are you going to place that 3-way with Punk?
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that. There was a development that said he's going to go visit them on SmackDown. So and I assume that's going to lead to these 3 guys agreeing to fight each other in triple threat. Yep. Where do you place that? I literally excuse my the what's the term? I've been wrestling with this idea. Oh. Yeah. I mean, not French. I'm not swearing. It's like pun unintended when I say this. Okay, pun unintended. I've been wrestling with where to put this match for a long time since I knew it was going to happen. Okay, and that might have been all the way back since the first Rollins versus Punk match. Okay, or when Punk talked about the favor. Okay, I don't know where you put this match. I don't know because it's main event quality. But like you said, you have to give Jay the main event because he won the Royal Rumble. I just don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. I don't know.
Can you put it in front of Cena and Cody?
No, because Cena and Cody, I think there's one argument for Seth, Punk, Roman not being the biggest story in the company, and that's Cena, Cody right now. And it's just, especially because The Rock is involved. The Rock is involved, that takes it up another level.
I will put it on the first night. I will put it. You're gonna have to go first. You're gonna have to have.
Don't you think it has to go first?
Yeah, it might have to go first.
It might have to be literally the first match.
No matter what happens, you need a filler match in between to let everybody breathe.
Back down. Maybe you do the tag team match after that, or maybe you do who else is feuding right now? I don't know if Bailey Roxanne's going to make the card, but if it does, maybe you do that match after that. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have to be something like that. Or not an IC match has got 6 people in it, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
Man, this WrestleMania card is going to be stacked. But I think you have to send them home happy one of the nights. So night one, Jay winning. Michael Cole can make it impressive and do that and bring the emotion out. And they're building up Jay to be the underdog, so he's gonna be underdog. Can Jay really do this? So they're building it up for that moment, that Eddie Guerrero confetti, fireworks, everybody's cheering, people crying in the ring moment.
They're gonna have Jay have a Kofi, and have his title celebrate. Yeah,
it can't be in the middle though, bro. It can't. You can't do it.
He's a Royal Rumble winner. You can't. I've tried. There's so many ways I've tried to make it so that this Jay Uso match isn't the end of night one, but it just has to be. The Royal Rumble winner gets the main event in WrestleMania. There's no way around that.
D-Mac likes Jade and Belair versus Rhea and
Naomi. Ooh, that would be a good match. But I don't know why Rhea would team up with Naomi though. I don't know why they would team up.
He just want to see the visual. He don't care. It don't have to make sense. Bianca landed on that table. and her legs were a little wide open. And
Hey, listen.
look, this is not a this is a family friendly show. Like,
Yeah, you know,
thank you, Bianca Belair, for that
she
outfit.
make it. Yeah, she makes her own outfits, and she hard work into that.
D-Max said we can make it work after. it all makes sense after this match, after we're finished. They did a nice setup with EO. EO
Yep.
is I have changed directions. I thought Bianca was gonna win this title at WrestleMania, but
You thinking EO now?
Yeah, they are really building EO up to underdog coming in, odds against her, two big old girls. You know what I'm saying? And she like, nah, listen, I'm the champion. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
EO puts on great matches, but here's the only thing. Her English is not great.
It's not up there.
Carry the promo part.
I think so. I think with Japanese wrestlers, as long as they get like to the main points, they can be passable. I feel like I think so far she's done a good job of getting across that you guys are disrespecting me and you're not going to be doing that anymore because I'm the champion. I think she's done a good job of doing that so far, even with her limited English, which by the way, she knows more English than I know of any other language, for the record. So I'm not, no disrespect to anyone that knows two languages.
Yeah, I'm definitely building. I'm feeling the build. They're doing it good.
Okay. Now hold on, sir. Okay, you say that now, but you were not a fan of the triple threat, sir. I told you there were going to be two triple threat matches, and now that they're here, what do you think of them?
You got to put them on opposite nights to not take away from each other.
Fine. But they're good ideas, are they not? They're going to be great matches.
I'm just against triple threat matches because I feel like somebody's going to be losing out at one point, or you get that. I hate when they do that. Oh, this guy got knocked out. Now we're going to do a match, and then when this guy comes out, somebody else got knocked out, and then they're going to do a match. Like it's like a couple of matches. It's a lot going on at the same time. So
and it could be an easy out.
It's kind of hard to focus on it's going to be hard to focus on that match anyway, because I know Rhea's going to come out in something crazy and Bianca's going to come out in something crazy. You could throw Jade versus Naomi in the middle after that CM Punk, because that's going to be a squash match.
You think that's going to be a squash? Wow.
Yeah, Naomi, they haven't. Let's see what they do with Naomi this weekend.
But you are right. So far, they are like having Jay throw her around like a lot.
She coming off like Gunther right now. She beating up on Naomi. Naomi ain't threw a punch.
Yeah,
and all she did was push her off her car.
Dude,
you still can throw Bailey in there. It's not too late.
Another triple threat match. Oh, you're talking about as like a heel,
Yeah. You can still throw Bailey in there, but no.
I thought that was a good idea. By the way, I like that idea.
I definitely agree, Caleb. I agree because she's been working, so they got to show her off. So I think Naomi is a good partner for her to put on a good match. It should be a good match, though.
Yeah, or it should be entertaining.
Maybe not as much of a squash as I think.
I mean, but you're talking me into it though, because I mean, so far they're building it to like Jade is about to squash this girl. Like,
so you know what that means? She's gonna either hit her with a wrench, a chair. Something. She's gonna do something to injure her or make her look.
Give it some credibility
going in. So because like when Rock and Rikishi had the match, Rock got hit with the hammer in the ribs. He had the patch on his ribs going into that match to make him look like, I don't know why you trying to make Rikishi looked like he
Look,
need that to beat The Rock. But
Rikishi's huge. He could
Rikishi
beat The Rock. Yeah.
Rikishi was 400 pounds already.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
It's like we didn't need the extra. Oh, The Rock got hit by a car yesterday.
Yeah.
Like to look
To make it
big.
seem believable. Yeah.
So
Anyway.
I feel like they're gonna do. They might do another backstage thing.
Attack.
To,
Yeah.
yeah, to make her look kind of weak going into it. But how many weeks we got to WrestleMania? 6?
Maybe something like that. It was 40 days last time I checked. Maybe it's been like 10 or so since then. So maybe we got like a month or something. I don't know.
We got a month. Okay. Yeah, it's in April. So yeah. Yeah, we got about a month. So what else I was gonna ask you before we get out of here?
We could talk about
Penta and Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yes. That's how I feel about that. Yes.
Yes.
Whatever the stipulation is, it don't matter. Yes. Penta versus Braun for the IC title. Either guy can win it, truly, and I wouldn't be mad.
Are we going Gable versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania?
It's looking that way. We'll see what they're doing with this like luchador business. Because at first I was like 100% sure it was Gable. Now I'm like 50% sure it's not. Like now I could go either way.
I was listening to one of these podcasts. Dang, what's the black dudes? They got a black podcast, BIB or something like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. They brought up that WWE has purchased Lucha Underground.
Really? Is that true?
Mm-hmm. I think so. They're in negotiations with Lucha Underground. So that may be a way through the Gable feud to bring in
more luchadors or something.
Yeah. And they still got to bring in Rey Fenix too. So
yeah, boy, when he get here, boy. Listen, if y'all been impressed with Penta, that boy Rey Fenix is on another level. That boy is crazy to me. Anyway,
So that should be fun. That you can bring LWO all into that, and I like the Creed brothers. I like what they're doing with American Made. They made it more serious, and it wasn't just jokes and stuff. They got rid of Otis and the Japanese guy
Tozawa.
Yeah, and they kind of get Chad Gable. They built. I don't like the way they built him because the way they built him had him last year when he turned heel on Sammy was amazing. And then they kind of just let that slide.
It petered off. Yeah. The story with him and Otis and Sammy, it kind of fell off a bit. I didn't like that either.
You think Sammy's back by WrestleMania?
Back to do what? To work with who? I don't know. To interrupt the Orton Kevin Owens match? Maybe. That would be the extent of it.
So far, we got to write this down. Our WrestleMania cards. We got triple threat between Punk, Roman, and Seth.
Yeah.
Okay. I got paper.
Okay. There you go.
We got Roman and Seth and Punk. Triple threat. Does that need a stipulation?
No.
No stipulation.
It doesn't. It doesn't need a stipulation.
All right, we got Bianca, Io, Rhea. Does that need a stipulation?
No, it doesn't. It's a triple threat match anyway, so it's no disqualification. So.
Oh well, never mind. It's gonna get ugly then.
Yeah.
Who is LA Knight facing off against? Do we have a legitimate answer right now?
We don't have like a for sure 100% answer, I don't think. I mean, Jimmy Uso's been floating around. Shinsuke, obviously, he was the champion before, so he actually has a chance. But I don't know for sure who's going to be his opponent for WrestleMania.
Would a cage match with Roman Seth and Punk be too much?
a cage match between them three, you could do that. I don't
They don't
remember the
need
last
it.
cage match at WrestleMania though. Like
Yeah.
I've seen Hell now Edge and Finn Balor did Hell in a Cell, but that wasn't a cage match, like a proper cage match.
One day remind me to get into Finn Balor and how he's been booked lately.
Yeah.
I don't like it. What other
We can
match
talk
do
about
we got? Roman Seth and Punk, Bianca, Io Rhea, LA Knight versus question marks.
Yeah, we've got
Cody versus Cena.
Yeah, Cody versus Cena. We've got Braun versus maybe Penta. Braun versus somebody for the IC title. Maybe there's multiple people involved. We'll see. Braun versus somebody.
The Continental title.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
We got
New Day
Stratton.
versus New Day gonna be involved in this?
I don't think so. Like maybe for the tag team, but the War Raiders they weren't on TV last week or this week, so I don't know if they're even going to be involved in WrestleMania. It's
Raw tag
TBD.
teams are trash right now.
Right now they're kind of lackluster. The New Day, like they were hot as a heel for a little while, but right now since they're not really even doing anything, it's kind of petering down.
Tiffany versus Stratton needs some juice. It's falling off a little bit.
Tiffany versus Charlotte, you mean?
Yeah. Tiffany versus Stratton. Jesus Christ. Tiffany versus Charlotte.
Yeah.
It needs a little bit of juice right now.
Yeah, it could use some intrigue.
Right now.
It could use some intrigue. I mean, it's like Tiffany versus Charlotte is one of those matches where it's just like it's going to be a great match once we actually get to the card, but we got to find a way to
They
keep it
beefed it up a
entertaining.
little bit this week. They took Nia Jackson them out they got them out the way, so now they can really focus on Tiffany. So I like that part. Street Profits versus
somebody's. I think there might be multiple teams involved in that one. This might be your
DIY. I can see Pretty Deadly in there. I can see
La
Motor City
Graza or
Machine
something.
Guns in there. And
La
them
Gaza
too.
or whatever. Yeah, because they're a tag team.
You can't do that. You can't do.
Caleb says Charlotte versus New Charlotte. That's funny.
That is funny. Can you do a ladder? Could that be a ladder match?
Yeah. Well, okay. So you can do that, but you did that last year. Remember, because we had the two belts in the ladder, and then we pulled them down, and that's how they got separated.
We did do that last year. Damn.
So I mean, you could if you want to, but you already did it. So be very careful.
This is your new age. Hardys versus Dudleys versus
Christian match.
Could they throw the Hardy Boys into this?
So I don't know what the so far TNA wrestlers have not. Well, no, that's not true because Joe Hendry was in the Royal Rumble.
He was in the Royal Rumble.
So I mean, because I was about to say like TNA superstars haven't appeared outside of NXT on WWE programming, but that's not true. Maybe, but like, okay, you can do that, but you have done that already. Have the Hardy Boys return at WrestleMania for the tag team titles in a ladder match. You've done that already. So
you've done it already.
I mean, you could do it again, but you've done it.
Okay, man, I don't like you being so down on my ideas, bro. I don't like this.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They're good ideas, but they've happened already.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 matches.
Yeah.
Over 2 nights.
Don't forget Jade and Naomi. That's going to be a match.
Oh, Jade and Naomi. So that's 8.
Yep.
I think you need at least 10.
Yeah. I don't remember how many there were last year. Yeah.
Who's fighting for those last? Oh, damn. Jay and Gunther. See how bad Jay and Gunther is doing?
Oh, I see. We did all that talking trying to hype Jay up, and then we just forgot.
Jay got there. So we got 9. So we're
Caleb says
fighting.
the TNA's partnership is strictly with NXT. I mean, that's what I thought too. But Joe Hendry
Yeah,
appeared
that
at a
makes
Royal
sense.
Rumble. He appeared at the
Yeah.
PLE, so it's possible.
And then they got Stand and Deliver the night before WrestleMania. So
Yeah, they'll
same
probably
weekend.
appear there. Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Solo Jacob?
Oh, Jacob Fatu is going to make the card at some point. Maybe we have him fight for the
He
United
has
States
to.
title. I think it's him and
He's gonna be in that because I don't want to see him versus Braun Strowman at all. I don't
at
want to see him.
WrestleMania now.
No, hell no.
Solo, I think Solo Jacob, like if they were going to build that, they would have done it by now. I feel like it's getting a little late to do a Solo Jacob Fatu. Now he
So
might
you're
turn
gonna
on him at WrestleMania.
Yeah. So you're gonna throw Jacob in that LA Knight thing?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
So who else?
You've
Is
got the women's
Aleister
IC
Black gonna be?
title. So
Is Aleister Black gonna be big enough to be in Priest versus Drew? Thank you, Caleb.
oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
true. That's gonna be in there.
That is 10 matches right there. Is that enough?
I don't know. I mean, Priest versus Drew. I mean, we have the women's IC title. You could put that on the line. The women's United States title. That
Who's
could be
that?
also for grabs.
What's old girl's name?
Lyra,
Before
Lyra Valkyria, and then Chelsea Green.
I'm gonna throw Bailey and Roxanne in there.
That might be stand and deliver though, but I mean I've seen it on people like when people create WrestleMania cards, like Bailey Roxanne is on there, but I think that's gonna be for stand and deliver.
Are we missing anything?
I'm trying to think. Oh, AJ versus Logan.
AJ versus Logan. This WrestleMania is gonna be nuts.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Okay, that's a possible 13. We're for sure on 10, but that's a possible 13 matches.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had quick internet access. I would look up how many matches were on day 1 and
On
day
last
2.
year's card.
Yeah,
Last year. Yeah, I wish I knew too.
WrestleMania is usually 12 to 14. That's 13 right there.
Okay. So maybe one more, or maybe not even. Is there anybody else that I'm forgetting?
I want
I
to
don't
say
think so.
the Y is 6.
Oh, with Alexa Bliss. The dog. They have to make the card. It's been too long. They need to be on the PLE. We need the Wyatt Six in the PLE somehow. Have them attack Hulk Hogan or something. I don't care. Like, get them on the card.
If I could, I would throw them off if I could get Big E cleared to return.
Dog, there is no way. I can't get my hopes up. I can't. Do you know how hard I popped when this music hit during the New Day celebration? I popped so hard.
That heel turn is getting swept under the rug, but that was a great heel turn.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, I would do the Y6. It might not be a match. It at least
just have
has
them
to
appear.
be
Just have them appear.
Yeah, it has to be at least a segment, at least. And I'm gonna give New Day a segment too. What's the Miz doing these days?
He's working with Mello right now. He's working with Mello. By the way, Miz is one of my guys.
Right. We don't even have Mello on the card. Mello's gonna be in that LA Knight fiasco.
You think so? I don't know.
Are we doing the Andre? Are we doing the Andre?
Oh, the Battle Royal. That might be a pre-show thing, though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Pre-show. Andre the Giant Memorial.
Battle Royal. Yeah.
I would throw somebody from NXT in that.
Yeah. Why not?
Maybe Trick. Maybe Trick.
Dog. I
I would put
maybe.
LWO on the pre-show.
Yeah. Throw
Um,
LWO on there. Oh, do LWO America Made on the pre-show.
cause damn, I kind of want to throw Ray and Chad Gable on there because that's gonna be
Oh,
a
just as a
great.
match.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great freaking match. Try not to cuss. Excuse me for
Mm,
cursing. Okay, I'll put that under possible. But
yeah.
even if we're wrong on this, these are some great matches.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to top 40, but I think we might top 40 with this one.
With this one, top to bottom, maybe. Maybe. I think
39 was hard to top, but 40 topped it.
dude, 39 was crazy. I don't know if people
39,
remember that one. Dude,
man,
that Rhea
39 was
Charlotte
good.
match is so underrated.
Man, 39 was good. The Cody Roman match was amazing.
Underrated. Great match. Yeah. 39 was so good. And 40 was good too.
I sat at my kitchen table and just watched. Just please don't interrupt me. I gotta watch this. I was so happy Roman won. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is all right. So what are you looking forward? I'm looking forward to the confrontation on SmackDown between Roman, Seth, and Punk. If there's gonna
Yeah.
be a stipulation in this, I think it comes out Friday.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Caleb,
so
this is a great question. I'm sorry.
show up this year. Okay,
Yes,
so all right, I want to
yes.
hear your answer, but I have an answer that I've been pondering. Okay, but go ahead.
He has to. He has to.
Hmm.
He has to.
And to help Cody, and he said it on. I think he said it in an interview that he was going to help Cody at WrestleMania this year.
He
Okay,
has to.
so I'm going to throw this out there. Okay, since we both think Cena is going over, but we also both think that Stone Cold is going to appear. What if Stone Cold is the third man? We think he's coming out to help Cody, and he turns heel at WrestleMania again to help
It
John Cena.
it would make so much sense.
And
What
imagine
Stone
that
Cold did.
faction. I mean, he maybe not. Maybe he'd be like, "Oh, I turned at WrestleMania already. I don't want to do that again." But imagine the faction: John Cena, Stone Cold, and The Rock, all in the same faction, and it's
If
heel.
anybody could talk him into it, it would be The Rock.
Yeah, Triple H might be able to talk him into it.
Yeah, him too. Him too.
But what a great faction that
So
would be.
that brings up is Taker gonna be involved in this?
That's a good question. You could probably save him. Like, I think eventually when Cody comes back around to face Cena again, maybe this time he brings back up in the form of The Undertaker. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't
But
think you can get The Undertaker involved and have Cody lose. You know what I'm
this is
saying?
what I was gonna say. This is another reason I believe Cena goes over. Nothing is bigger than WrestleMania. I know SummerSlam
Yeah.
is huge, but if he's gonna go over, if he's gonna win, it has to be on the biggest stage of them all.
I think so.
How do you get there is another question, but it has to be.
At
Ooh,
WrestleMania.
that would. Oh my God, that. You know how many hearts that would break if
So
Stone
many.
Cold came?
Turn! It came and turned on him. That would be insane.
Oh God, you know how many hearts that would break?
So many. Oh, okay. So okay, now
Then
we've got this
you definitely got to have Jay win night one because you got to give him something.
something to be
If you're
happy
gonna
about.
do that, you got to give him. You got to give him something. I'm telling you, if Jay goes over and everybody's crying and snotting and fireworks and confetti, oh, it's gonna be ugly in the main event the next night.
Yeah, like imagine the closing shot of WrestleMania Night 2 is all of your heroes turning heel on you at the same time.
This is God. Okay, we
That would
just
be funny. I think so. Okay, so maybe this is something you can think about for a while. All right, what do we call this new faction, this imaginary faction that we've made up that's not even real yet, might not even ever be real? What will you call them? Because I have a name. Do I have a pen and paper? I don't.
I was gonna say the business, but that sounds too much like the Hurt Business.
Yeah.
But they
'Cause I
are the
had,
business.
yeah. And it's what's best for business. It would be a play into that, which John
Yeah,
Cena said.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. God, shoot, trying to think of a.
So I have an idea. Okay, maybe you can
Go ahead.
build off of this. Okay. So what has been kind of the theme, all right, of this whole thing? It's been The Rock saying, "Sell your soul to me," and John Cena sold his soul, and maybe Stone Cold sells his soul. Okay, we call the faction
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Rushmore. That's good. That's pretty good.
I
But
like
there's
that.
only three
like
of them.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Travis Scott makes 4, but yeah.
Get Travis Scott.
So if it's about selling souls, then maybe we call them the system, and it's an acronym for "Sell Your Soul to Me." The system. That go kind of hard.
The system. I like that. I actually like that. The system.
Yeah. Sell your soul to me.
It's a system.
Yeah.
I in my heart, I'm thinking they're building The Rock up to be the new Vince McMahon like
character. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, you get that. You get the most over guys in all of wrestling. And it's all a big FU to the new guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
y'all don't respect us, man, and what we put in the work, and it could all be against the fans at the same time too.
Yeah. Ooh. And then down the line, you could have well, I don't know if Stone Cold would ever do a match again, but you could have Stone Cold, Cena, Rock on one side, and then Cody, Roman, and some other third guy on the other. 3-on-3 match. Huge. Anyway, that's fantasy booking. Okay. I'm just saying it could happen. This is a world we could live in.
Okay, but who takes him down though? Is Cody gonna be enough to take him down?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You could have Cody, Roman, and I don't know who the third, maybe Jay, now that he's your new champion and he's super over, maybe it can be him. So you could take those 3 guys are huge. They're your biggest guys in the company. Maybe CM Punk. You could have CM Punk do it if you want to, but do you really want Roman and CM Punk teaming up again? I don't know. So, I mean, but you just take your 3 biggest guys, put them up against the 3 biggest guys of the past. We got a past versus future thing coming. Pass the torch. Yeah.
And Stone Cold don't have to carry the match. You can come in and do a hot tag and
just do a little hot tag. Maybe do a stunner, take 1 bump just to prove you could do it, and then be gone.
And gone. Be about your way. But he's definitely stunning somebody at WrestleMania. They're definitely gonna do a beer thing. If he turns heel the proper way, I came back to do it the proper. I had to do it right.
Yeah.
And this is how we did it.
Yeah.
Because everybody's automatically assuming he's going to be on Cody's side.
Just go help Cody.
Yeah.
I could see it. But he might not even come at all. He might not even come at all. So who knows?
Right. Because he has been skipping lately. You heard it here first. We had the idea first. Like I said, I'm looking forward to SmackDown. I think SmackDown's going to be good. Raw was good. I know y'all hard on Jey Uso right now, but these other stories have been set up for years in the making, man. It's just hard for him. Like we said, Tiffany and Charlotte isn't getting
that much love either. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not just Jay and Gunther. They've been slowly building that too. The Jay and Gunther's looking strong, but he's looking. If you put it all together, you kind of have to be perfect to beat him.
Yeah.
They're doing that. They're kind of setting up that storyline. So
I like your idea of have Jay show off 1 or 2 new moves at WrestleMania, and I think most people will be fine.
We're gonna have to, because Cena does it. Cena did it. Rock did it. every time Rock would, if he'd fight Bret Hart, that's when he started doing the sharpshooter, or he started adding in Hurricane Ranas. Or Jay gonna have to step it up a little bit.
Yep.
So just add something. I don't know if it's a DDT. Shit. Do the crossbody you did right.
Do a destroyer. People love destroyers.
Yeah, that spear was terrible last night, bro. It was like a crossbody.
It looked a little sloppy. It might have been the camera angle, but it looked a little sloppy.
No, Jay gonna have to step it up, bro. No, bro, you can book it. You can book it like you did Sammy last year. That he's getting his ass kicked the entire match.
Yeah,
because Jay does sell well.
Yep.
He might not know all the moves, but Jay does sell well.
Yep.
Do that, and then as long as he pulls that victory out of the jaws of defeat, you can make it work. That'll get the emotion. Have Jimmy come to the ring and hug him and all that good stuff.
Do the whole thing.
Yeah, bring his dad back. Bring Rikishi back. Just to really overboard.
Yeah.
I'm bringing Jimmy. I'm bringing, you know what I'm saying? I'm bringing everybody to make this look, you know.
Yeah. If Roman wins earlier in the night, maybe he comes out too. You know, who knows?
Yeah. So, hey man, that's all for us tonight.
Yeah.
I think I said it 3 times already, but SmackDown's gonna be dope. I'm ready for that confrontation. I'm ready to see how they keep building this thing, and we are ready. You have a word from our WWE link.
Yes. Okay. So if you noticed, okay, John Cena, he didn't bring back new gear. Okay, or he didn't change his gear. He didn't do the singlet or nothing like that. He's still wearing his stuff. He's got like Belgium colors. Okay, and if you want to dress like your favorite heel, go to www.shop.com, but use this link. Do you see that white line under my name there? That link there? If you click that link and buy WWE merch, you support the show. We get a cut of that. Can you believe that? We get cuts of WWE profits. All you have to do is do what you would have done anyway, buy WWE merch, but click the link and do it there. You support the show. You buy merch that you were going to buy anyway, and everybody wins. Okay? I don't have to film in a closet anymore. You start buying using this link. Use this link here. www.shop.com.
It's what's best for business.
It's what's best for business. Okay. And if you listen, if you're not down with helping the show, buying merch, helping your boys out, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. And you know what they are.
That's hilarious. So, hey, man, we 2 words for you, man. It was impressive. Thanks for everybody that came through. Thanks for the questions. Thank you, Caleb. You're very thank you, Caleb. We are out.
Peace.
He said it was best for business.